18 years is a long time to build a life with someone. Long enough to learn their habits, their moods, the little things that make them who they are. Long enough to build a family. Two young kids who still need help with their shoes and can't wait to tell you about their day. It's also long enough for things to quietly fall apart. If you'd asked me years ago what our life would look like, I would have said stable, not perfect, just safe. A team. But somewhere along the way, especially during COVID, everything changed. His health declined slowly at first, then all at once. Physical issues, mental health struggles. Some unavoidable, some not. By the time I really understood how bad it had gotten, I was already deep in it. I wasn't just his partner anymore, I was his carer. I helped him wash, dress, made separate meals, managed his medication, organized his appointments. I became the system that kept his life functioning. At the same time, I was still doing everything else. Full-time job. Almost all the childcare. School runs, sports clubs, dinners, baths, bedtimes, the housework, the laundry, everything. At first, I told myself this is what love looks like. You step up, you push through, but pushing through has a cost. The house started slipping, laundry piling up, dishes left too long. I got to the point where I was embarrassed for anyone to come over. Then I started slipping, constantly exhausted, running on empty, holding everything together with nothing left for myself. I'm not someone who speaks up. I don't complain. I don't confront. I'm the kind of person who once found a live slug on my plate in a restaurant and still told the waiter everything was fine. That's how much I avoid conflict. And in a situation like this, that made everything worse. Because while I stayed silent, the relationship turned toxic. Money became a constant stress when he stopped working. Even without rent or a mortgage, I couldn't keep up. Debt built up. He started drinking heavily. His anxiety got so bad he barely left the house, but he also couldn't handle the kids alone, which meant I couldn't leave either. I felt trapped in my own life. Then came the arguments. Not normal ones, constant, draining, cruel. He criticized everything, called me names, and I did what I always do. I shut down. I didn't fight back, didn't defend myself. I just absorbed it, hoping silence would make it pass faster. It didn't. It just made everything rot. Over time, I changed too. I gained weight, lost confidence, lost any sense of intimacy. Not out of spite, just exhaustion. I had nothing left to give. This has been my life for years now, just surviving each day. And I think I've finally reached the point where I can't do it anymore. We need to separate. Saying it feels heavy, but staying feels worse. The problem is, nothing about leaving is simple. He has no family, barely any friends. If I go, he's alone. And realistically, he still needs help, so even if I leave, I don't fully get to walk away. Then there's the kids. They're happy where they are, school friends, sports. They love their dad, and I want that to continue. But the city is expensive, and I'm already struggling. I don't know how I'd afford to live nearby, or how I'd rebuild from here. Every option feels impossible. But staying is costing me everything. My energy, my mental health, my sense of who I even am. Somewhere along the way, I stopped being a person and became a role, a caretaker, a problem solver, someone who just absorbs everything and keeps going, and I can't keep doing that. Not for me, and not for the kids. They see more than I think they do. The tension, the exhaustion, the weight of it all. I don't want this to be the example they grow up with, so for the first time in years, I'm letting myself think something I've been avoiding. Maybe choosing myself isn't selfish. Maybe leaving isn't giving up. It's finally accepting that I can't keep sacrificing myself to hold everything together. I don't have a clear plan. It's messy, complicated, and honestly terrifying. But for the first time in a long time, there's also something else there. Relief, because even if the future is uncertain, at least it might be one where I can finally breathe again.